Hi Carina, my name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you so much for sending in both your first essays for correction. Thank you for getting involved with us. Really good to have you with us. So let's have a look at these. They're both to do with kind of children. This one to do with education. So some people think schools have to be more entertaining. Others think their sole purpose is to educate. Which do you agree with? Use specific reasons and examples. Okay, so it's an opinion essay. So you want to put your opinion in here, in the intro, and then again at the end. So what I don't want is any opinion of yours going through here. So nothing of yours here and nothing of yours here. So you take a position in IELTS, take a position at the beginning, repeat that at the end, but nothing through here. This is academic writing, so it's a particular style. So in this career-driven society, we see a trend towards two-income households, which leads to an indispensable change in education and childcare. Okay, there's a rise in full-time schools supervising and educating children. This development leads to public demand for a more entertaining educational system. That's interesting. I'm not sure I think that is terribly relevant to the question, but let's keep it for the moment because that is the background to your argument. Now, be careful on your tenses. This needs to be present perfect. We have seen this one, which has led to, so present perfect again. An indispensable change. Now, indispensable, undoubtable, undoubted actually, an undoubted change, not indispensable. Indispensable means like you really need it, but you wouldn't, like I could have an indispensable item in my bathroom, but I wouldn't use it for this sort of, in this context. There has been, so same there, present perfect, there has been a rise in full-time schools supervising, okay. This development has led to, same thing, public demand for, preposition there, a more entertaining educational system. This is, we'll discuss the issue, okay, and see if it's worthwhile. Now, the reason I'm slightly cautious here, Carina, is that your real topic is, should they be more entertaining? That's number one. Or should they actually just educate for exams or whatever? That's two. So when you start talking about income and childcare and that sort of stuff, not really relevant. I think for here we just want to go straight in. Some parents have suggested that schools should provide more activities for children, such as more sport or more art, whereas many professors argue that the real reason for school is taking exams, getting straight to the point, okay? Because also in here, I need your opinion. So you can't make this too long. So can I paraphrase this key sentence here and then start? So you're going against it here. So you could have, firstly, many academics argue that. So strong start. Argue that education institutions are supposed to be entertaining and are. Hang on, but you don't agree. Okay, so I'm taking out this view. Argue that education are not. So we're going with a negative. Are not supposed to be entertaining. This is because today's teenagers are already, you could put here, overwhelmed with media in their spare time. As a result, being educated in a traditional way makes children process more information at a time. Okay. For example, the Europe-wide capital letter there, PISA study in high school showed that pupils are able to reproduce more information in a test after being taught with a smaller variety and simpler methods. Good, okay. Less variety and tricks you could use, because you're saying it's a bad thing almost. So less variety and tricks and simpler methods. Okay, and I'm just going to expand a bit here in order to achieve maximum results. So we have to get this idea of expanding the sentences a little bit with these phrases like that in order to. Okay, good. Otherwise, nice paragraph. That's fine. However, secondly, so we're arguing basically that no entertainment. We're arguing go traditional. So I really need to know your opinion here. Then it's clearer. Okay, so secondly, most teachers and parents would agree that the real, sole purpose is to educate. So get in this idea here of a strong starter game. This is because the more you challenge your brain, the better it develops. Okay, rather than using you in here, go the more students challenge their brain. Okay. So again, the more you strain your brain, the more you can learn. Okay, again, the more students, or in the passive, the more the brain is challenged, maybe not strained, but the more the brain is motivated, or the more students are motivated. So take out you, and then you'd have to change it round. For example, Cambridge proved that the more information students are exposed to, the higher the brain. Good, the more the higher, the lovely. An increase in knowledge. Good. Therefore, demanding as much as possible, pushes learners to their limits in a positive way. Really nice. Although younger students may need, so you're just putting in a little suggestion here, may need a well-balanced mixture. So, but that's a really nice paragraph again. Well done. Good. To conclude, I firmly believe education should not aim for a high level of entertainment. Okay, maybe change that word. Maybe put stimulating or overstimulating, because you're going negative, overstimulating activities. And then be given examples such as videos or whatever. Really good. Now, you can't predict and then are following. You've got to predict with the future. Will follow, or will prefer to follow, or will choose to follow. Something like that. Okay? But really, really nice start. I like that. Well done. So just a few things on the opinion, really. So, doing an enjoyable activity with a child can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. To what extent do you agree? Okay. Reading has lost in popularity among children aged 8 to 12 in the last decade. Okay, we don't lost in popularity, we decrease in popularity. Scientists say this development is not at all worrying because fun activity is more important for developing skills. Very interesting. Well done. I like how you're saying scientists. Change the word fun. It's not very high level and we need a really good adjective. So you could put challenging, stimulating, stimulating and interesting. Go 3 words there. Activities are more important because you're comparing to reading. Now, again, opinion in here. Okay. Sorry. And then into that bit. Absolutely fine. So again, let's not have this bit. So when you want to change direction, so start with this, and then when you're going to disagree, you go however. Okay, and that signals to the examiner and your reader that you're changing direction onto the other side of the argument. So, many scientists argue that, similar thing, society should not worry, don't contract, about reading becoming less popular. Okay, this is because as a teacher, I know, okay, how nice you're a teacher as well. Very interesting, but don't use that. Okay, so most teachers have already noticed that when learners do something with their hands themselves, okay, so change it around. Great idea to take your experience, but you take your experience, which is personal, and you generalize it. You make it into something big and something grown, more general for the population or for teachers, yeah? Yes, as a result, there has been a rise. So watch out for these tenses here. Present perfect again there. For example, a Swedish study showed that fun experiments, change that word, in science, which were carried out by learners themselves. So that's a non-defining clause, so you have it in commas, led to, past tense there, significantly better results than lessons that left students. Okay, therefore, what's that word? Is the best choice. Second, so instead we're going, however, with reading finding less support because it plays an essential role. That I disagree with reading finding less support because, okay, however, reading should still be encouraged because, or however, most educators and parents agree that. So something like that. So you wouldn't have that because that worked with this but doesn't work with this. So we're going for the more academic start there because it plays an essential role. Okay, this is because good stories and role play help evolve good knowledge social manners. For example, what sort of thing do you mean by the social manners? A result, reading must have a good role in a child's upbringing, allowing youngsters to. So why is it important? What will they be able to do? For example, who read and develop significantly higher level and consequence of social skills. Really good, very nice. Determined that I'm convinced that a well-balanced mix. Good, okay. And then which, give me a little bit more there. Your conclusion needs to be kind of 3 lines, really. You could be talking about, yes, you're talking about reading and it teaches things, but this whole idea of imagination, and you are building your vocabulary, as you know, and you're learning about different stories and you're learning maybe about different parts of the world. Here, we really have to get back to this idea of creativity, not just how they're learning. So if we want to get full marks for answering the question here, we need to think about, are they being more creative, and are they develop better skills? Okay, so you need to talk about here about the skills they're going to be developing. Yes, they're learning, but skills. So you might talk about cognitive skills, team building if they were playing sport, competitive skills, again, if they were playing sport. So competition, you need to think about communication skills. So relate this back to skills. Always remember, relate every kind of section back to the question. That's how you score highly on task achievement. Okay, but good, Carina, well done. Nice start to both those essays. Well done.